don't have 6,100 subscribers, but I sure do know how to get people's attention so that people can support the work that I do, right? No, hold on. Let me see if I need to. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, I don't know. See that? Wait there. Why? Why over here look dark though? Over here look like there's no light on me at all. Whatever. Anyhow, so in other words, I agree with him on the one hand, but on the other hand, think of playing Super Mario. You never start out the game like you start the game out this tall. You start the game out this tall. You get the mushroom, all of a sudden you're this tall. Then you get the flower, right? So each step of the way you improve and you get better to the point where you can actually have the authority to say, look, this is what I've done. I mean, not for nothing, you look on this page here, I have what, 4,200 followers and whatever. Don't get me wrong, do not get me wrong. I've had my ups and downs. I've had times when people try to send me all kind of phony messages talking about, you know, that I've violated some, community standards, blah, blah, blah. A lot of attempts to try and take my page from me. Yeah, they've been made. And that's the thing. On your road and on your journey to success, understand this. There are pages and creators with far more success than any of us have ever had. And if they told you the amount of times they've had to create backup pages where they made it to like, let's say they made it to 2,000 subscribers and then all of a sudden the whole thing just got removed or got reported or taken down or whatever. And these are the storms that you're going to have to weather if you're going to be successful. And also, you put things in place just in case somebody goes after your account like that. And I figured I have a method to the madness. I have a method to the madness. So I can share some of it here, but then sometimes you have to down some of that back. You don't want to show all your hand to everybody. You're playing dominoes, you know what go. You can't show nobody your hand. Funny enough, you don't need to show nobody your hand because these people are telepathic anyway. Them know what you have. It's part of the listen, not for nothing. You see me, I am convinced that everybody in Jamaica who play dominoes, low-key, all of them named Professor X. They know what's in your hand. They know. All of them, they have conversations with Emma Frost. They have conversations with Jean Grey and Professor Charles Xavier. Yeah. They all know what is in your hand. They know. It's not about reading. No. They know what's in your hand. Anyway, full on joke aside. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's just important that you know that these attacks on your credibility, it can happen regardless of whatever you do. Whatever content creator you are, whether you're an educator, whether you are a real estate, agent, or you're a car salesman, whatever your business is, it can and will come under attack. Right? Can. But there are ways to protect yourself from that. And yeah, you just have to be clever. This is why it's important to be on Wi-Fi. Right? The WYFIT. Because you see, when you have a lot of your content distributed on all the platforms, it is possible for you to retrieve some of what you lost. And then also, in the event, let's say somebody came in and cleared everything. What you want to have, you might want to have some OneDrive, you might want to have some Google Drive. That way, just in case. In fact, watch this. One of the tricks that I like using, upload something to your page, and as soon as you upload it, download that version of it that you just uploaded. Because what usually happens is, it goes up as like, say, 580 megabytes. When you download it, it comes back as 58. Comes back as 58. So anyhow, I guess moral of today's story is that, yes, I'm celebrating my small victories. That's one. And yeah, I'm trying to be a man of my word. Right? So when I start hearing from teachers, I will get this segment going where I have a conversation right here. Because this is how it's gonna look. And if, let's say you don't want to show your face, you don't have to. Like, you don't have to show your face. I can show mine. I'm brave enough. I'll I'll take the hits for you. I'll take the hits for you. You know, so if you happen to say something that offends people because, oh, well, how could you be working for our school and you say that's about us and don't worry about it. I'll take the hits. I'll take the hits. I'll take the hits. All right. So this is all about having a discussion about all the challenges and concerns you have within. In other words, you are in the field. Yeah? You're on the grounds. Yeah, you are the grunts. Right? So you're on the front lines. Yeah, you are actually in the classroom. In fact, speaking of that, there was a line. There's a picture that I saw on LinkedIn. And it said, wait, give me a second. Hold on. Give me 1 second there. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. There. Right. Yeah. What was I saying? I don't know if I can find it, but I'm trying to paraphrase what was said. It said, how is it that educators who are in the classroom are never yet considered as experts in their respective field? In other words, it's always somebody who they're on the administrative side and they're higher up, and they're not the actual practitioners, they're not the educators, but yet they're considered the expert, but not you who've been in the classroom and you see what works, you see what doesn't work, and all these things. In fact, I saw something that I actually reposted to my story on this Facebook page. There's a lecturer at UE that suggests that he believes that PEP, right, primary exit profile, he believes that PEP should be abolished. Cool? But I have a different take on that. So, since we all know perspective is everything, let's make this a real conversation. So, let me tell you what my suggestion would be. Watch this. Who the big three? We the big three. Let's say we have PEP. Let's say we have GSAT. And let's say we also have common entrance, right? So let's talk about that.